If you're seeing the Tinkercad import STL failed error, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it step by step. This is one of the most common issues people run into when trying to bring a 3D model into Tinkercad. And the good news is that most of the time it comes down to just a few simple problems. The file may be too large, the mesh may be broken, or the upload may have timed out because of a browser or connection issue. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to diagnose the problem and get your STL file imported successfully. And if this video helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy software tutorials. Let's get started. The first thing to check is file size. Tinkercad has a strict import limit of 25 megabytes, so if your STL file is larger than that, it may fail instantly. Even if the file seems normal, complex models can have a huge number of faces, which makes the file too heavy for Tinkercad to handle. The best fix here is to reduce or decimate the mesh before uploading it again. If you use Fusion 360, open the file and go to the Mesh tab. From there, choose Modify, then Reduce. Your goal is to lower the face count so the model becomes lighter and easier to import. As a general rule, try to get it under 50,000 faces if possible, and even lower if the model still gives you trouble. If you use Meshmixer, select the entire model with Ctrl+A, then go to Edit and choose Reduce. This can dramatically shrink the complexity of the STL without completely ruining the shape. Another important tip is to always export in binary STL format whenever possible. Binary STL files are much smaller than ASCII STL files, so this one change alone can often solve the import problem. Now, if your file is not too big but still fails to upload, the next thing to check is whether the mesh is broken. A broken mesh usually means the model has holes, flipped faces, non-manifold edges, or other geometry problems that Tinkercad cannot read properly. In simple terms, the file is not watertight, so the software does not know how to build it correctly. A very effective fix for this is using Meshmixer's Inspector tool. Open the model, go to Analysis, then click Inspector. Meshmixer will highlight problem areas in blue or red, showing you where the mesh is damaged. Then click Auto Repair All to patch those errors automatically. This is one of the fastest ways to clean up an STL before importing it into Tinkercad. If you're using Fusion 360, you can also repair the mesh there. Go to Mesh, then Modify, then Repair. In some cases, using the wrap setting can help shrink wrap the model into a solid watertight shell, which makes it much more compatible with Tinkercad. This is especially useful for models that were downloaded from the internet or exported from another program and have small defects you can't easily see. Another trick that often works is scaling the file down during import. Sometimes the STL is technically fine, but the physical dimensions are massive. For example, if the model is 1000 millimeters or larger, Tinkercad may struggle during upload or time out before the import finishes. In the Tinkercad import window, change the scale from 100% to 10% and try again. This can help the file load successfully, and once it is inside Tinkercad, you can resize it afterward if needed. Just make sure your units match what you used in the original software. If the model was designed in millimeters, keep it in millimeters. If it was created in inches, double-check that conversion so the size does not come in way too large or way too small. Now let's talk about browser and connection issues, because sometimes the STL file is perfectly fine, and the problem is actually your browser. A very quick test is to open an incognito window and try uploading the file again. On most browsers, you can do this with Ctrl-Shift-N. If the upload works in incognito mode, that usually means a browser extension, like an ad blocker or privacy tool, was interfering with the upload process. In that case, disable extensions one by one until you find the one causing the problem. You should also check your file name. Avoid special characters like exclamation points, @ symbols, hashtags, emojis, or other unusual symbols. Stick to simple letters and numbers whenever possible. A clean file name is much less likely to trigger upload issues. And while you're in the browser settings, make sure hardware acceleration is turned on. In many browsers, you can find this under Settings, then System. Hardware acceleration can help improve performance and upload stability, especially when working with web-based design tools like Tinkercad. If none of those desktop fixes are convenient, there's also a fast cloud-based solution. You can use an online STL repair tool like Formware Online STL Repair. Simply upload the broken STL file, let the tool fix the holes and geometry issues, and then download the cleaned-up version. This is a great option if you do not have Fusion 360 or Meshmixer installed, or if you just want a quick repair without doing any manual editing. Once you get the repaired file, try importing it into Tinkercad again. In many cases, that one extra repair step is all it takes to make the upload work perfectly. So to quickly recap, if Tinkercad says import STL failed, check the file size first, then repair the mesh, then try scaling it down, and finally test your browser and connection. Most failed imports are caused by one of those 5 issues, and now you know exactly how to fix each one. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like and subscribe for more helpful 3D design and software tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.